Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in this video I want to talk to y'all about how I made my staff. Now, fortunately, I've been getting a lot of comments and questions about my staff that I debuted at CosplayCon 2017 in Jefferson City, Missouri, where I'm very honored to have won Best in Show. So I wanted to share with y'all the process, and fortunately I was able to get some footage. Not all of it, because, well, if y'all are familiar with my channel, you know I'm horribly unreliable about actually getting footage for videos. So that being said, I've hit play. What you can see me doing here is I'm wrapping a piece of PVC pipe in aluminum foil. And I'm using Terraflex and a heat gun. I've cut it into like 1.25 inch strips, and I'm just kind of heating it and wrapping it around. The materials that this core staff is made out of is from flowtoys.com. It's their polycarbonate staff. I think this one's at the, let's see, 6 foot height. I got the 6 foot length. Oops. Or maybe just 5 foot. I don't know, it could be 6 foot, I don't know. The longest one that they offered that was in a single segment, because I wanted something solid, but they're the folks that I get most of my flow toys from for like poi and staff. I got my hoop from Atomic or Astral Hoops, but that's something else entirely. But it's a very high impact, really, I mean, you can take it and it's got a nice wobble to it. You can throw it down on the ground. It's very good. It also has probably the best thing about all of their stuff is these little caps that come on are interchangeable with all of my different flow toys. You can see in the video segment here I'm still just heating up and rolling up the Terraflex, but the flow lights that I use, that's what these are called, are also from flowtoys.com. And these are how I kind of cheat doing the LEDs. They have like a 6-hour battery life, depending on the setting. But initially my idea was to wrap the PVC pipe, which has the same diameter. You can see they're blinking because I burnt the battery down, rechargeable batteries. And now the foil that I had wrapped the PVC pipe in, I'm now trying to gut out of it. That wasn't working, so I ended up cutting it in half and trying to get that core out, because I didn't know how this polycarbonate would react to being heated with a heat gun. And at the time, I was planning on doing think like a Dresden Files, like Harry Dresden's staff, how it has like the runes and different things carved into it. I was going to do the carving on the PVC pipe, pull it off, and then just slip it right over the polycarbonate, which you can see I was kind of drawing with a pen, trying to drill. It's not working because the PVC pipe, as it heats, was melting to the Terraflex. Very new at this medium, so if y'all have done stuff like that before, I'd love to hear how you do it. I think what I might end up doing in the future is, if I still end up doing this staff idea, which I'd really like to, it will be to just carve into the Terraflex, then heat it and wrap it, if that makes sense. Because I wanted the LEDs to glow through the staff. And so what I've ended up doing here is, and of course I'm off camera, thank you guys for being patient with me always, is I'm just cutting like down the end of it, making these long strips that I then am rolling out and kind of applying to the staff, as you can see, in this very nice kind of loose vining with little like curly cues and different things. And I did that all the way down the staff because, again, I wanted that glow to come through. And I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. It was a lot of messing with the Terraflex, and as far as getting the Terraflex to attach to the staff, it worked really well. Its own ingrained adhesive worked out pretty well. But yeah, flowtoys.com. It's a little bit more expensive, but I use this whenever I perform flow arts anyways, as well as just my own personal personal, leisure and pleasure time. This is my hobby, whether I'm able to monetize it or not. So it's like I love going out and jamming out like drum jams and in my backyard and in my living room and in my kitchen. Just basically wherever I find myself, I love having a prop to dance with. So that's why I was more than willing to make the investment into the staff. I think the flow lights cost like 20 bucks each, or for the pair, maybe. Some cost more than the others. I know the rainbow ones cost more than the other ones. But I didn't plan out any kind of like layout for that. I just let it kind of evolve as it goes. I really like using it rolled as opposed to doing the flat bits. So let me find where I just laid it on flat without rolling it first. I mean, it gave it a nice, different, interesting texture, but I really preferred it rolled. And I wasn't too worried about keeping like all the seams perfect because I felt like it gave it like a more natural barky look. And man, I just take a long time doing that. Like it's very compressed right now, like ultra sped up, but it took me like 4 hours to do this staff. Which is a super long time because I was doing this Wednesday night and we left for the convention. The plan was to leave Thursday before noon, but again, for those of y'all who follow along with the channel, we did like a 7-hour live stream on Thursday, so we ended up not getting out on the road until like late that evening, and then we finally got to the event at like 1 or 2 in the morning. Yeah, it was like 1:30 in the morning on Friday to get up at, start loading in at 8. So yay, con life. So but I was really pleased with how it came out. And I mean, I don't know how much I can keep saying that, but I'm going to light up the other end and show y'all just a little bit of from a contact staff perspective, because I wanted this to be still a usable prop for my flow arts and different things. And that's the great thing about these, is they're interchangeable. So with the flow toys, I can change the order that they appear in the staff. And so from here, I don't want to hit anything. I can still take it and use it and spin it. And I mean, right now in a brightly lit room, it's not doing that great of a job of catching the light trails, but it's still usable, at least in the sense of doing like the hand rolling and stuff. And that's something that you notice there, I caught the chair. I can really whack the crap out of this. And I mean, normally you wouldn't be standing there whacking the crap out of your staff, but it got left in the van we totally forgot that I had a possibly meltable prop in the van whenever we got home. So it got left in June heat in a van parked in full sun for 2 days. No morphing, no distorting or anything like that. So I was super, super pleased with that. I was afraid that, I mean, even if just worst case scenario, it had stuck to everything that it was packed in around, that would have been pretty bad, but I was worried that it would just be a melted mess. So the fact that it didn't be completely horribly ruined was nice. And so you can see here in the video, I am still rolling out these little Terraflex snaky things, which if I were to use like polymer clay, this would not be able to remain. It would have popped off from the staff and all sorts of stuff. Now also something, what I did to get it, because you can see in the video, it's very like clean, clear plastic and beige Terraflex. So what I did was I just used regular acrylic paints from like probably Walmart. Yeah, that's where the brown was from Walmart. I'd gotten it like a million years ago. So it was ultra dry and cakey and weird. I diluted it down a bit and covered the entire staff in it. And then I went through with like a washcloth and cleaned off these larger areas because I wanted the light to be able to show through, especially you can see here in this area, the way that there's still a little bit of antiquing like left in there, and like in between these ones the light still shows through, but it gives it these variances and gradients, and the lights have a couple of different settings too, that sometimes they'll be like stroby and sometimes you could have it just solid. So I wanted it to really play into that. And then I went over it with just the metallic gold. I let the brown dry a bit though. That way it didn't just rewash off. And I used like a stiff stippling brush. I thought that I had gotten video of this, but I was wrong. So, you can see I started like I'd wrap it on and then I'd roll it on the table just to help kind of flatten it out just a little bit more. Well, because this is burning the crap out of my fingers, y'all. Like, I have tremendous respect for people who work almost exclusively in thermoplastics because it burns the flesh. We are flammable and made of meat, y'all. But no, I'm just so excited with how it came out. Like, there's a little bit of where it stuck to some paper in the van whenever it melted, and that's about it. So that's really nice. Cutting some more strips, and it uses a lot less Terraflex to go through and apply it a little at a time like this than what it did obviously to like coil the whole thing. But that's how the staff came out. I don't feel like this is its final form because I'd really like to be able to do like ornate, because these on the ends, while they do let me be able to drop it and stuff, I'd really like to be able to attach something again that remains detachable, that I can, you know, just to look really cool. And this might just not be the evolution for it, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, poor puppy. So thanks you guys for hanging out and for all of the kind comments that I've been getting about that cosplay. I'm really excited about it, because that is also not its final form either. So if you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave them down below. I don't know if I said that already or if I just thought it. If you enjoy my work and you have already liked, shared, and subscribed, you can support us on Patreon. Pledges start at just $1, and if you pledge $1, it puts your name once in the hat for our Fairy House giveaways that I do twice a month now, and I also do some art giveaways and different stuff. But if you pledge $5, it puts your name in the hat 5 times, so it greatly increases your odds of winning, and it also gives you access to like exclusive Patreon behind the scenes and just whatever comes up. I try to give y'all like some decent perks. If you pledge $10 or more, you're still in the hat once for all of our giveaways, but every month I'll send you either a kit of materials or a gift, or just, you know, I kind of send out a message to everybody and I'm like, hey, what do you want this month? And they'll be like, I want some jewelry, or they'll be like, I want some chainmail rings, or, you know, whatever you like. So we kind of work that out to work to your advantage, and the more that you pledge, the more stuff that you get. Yeah, so thanks you guys for everything, and yeah, I love y'all. Give yourselves a big hug for me, and I'll see y'all next time. Happy crafting. Mwah. Bye.